PlayStation's coming out. Who cares? So maybe if I had played it back then, I would have had different expectations and would have felt differently about it. But this is coming to it, years, some might say decades later. What the fuck are you people thinking? Fuck that game.
This is also not called Super Mario World 2 in Japan.
That's true, but so
I'm just saying that that is not a valid argument.
Like fuck NOA marketing on that stuff. Like that's that's
Howard Lincoln. What were you doing?
That's on them.
I think he was probably there then, right?
Yeah.
No one in this room is in a position to say fuck Howard Lincoln. So
yeah, also yeah.
Regardless of whatever decisions got made under his watch.
That's right. He'll come find you.
Sinestro.
I never really had anything against that game.
That's Howard Phillips.
That's right.
The degree of the outcry since last week makes me want to side with you.
Like they're pushing you away.
That's a good way to determine your taste. That's a really great way to determine your taste.
I played it. I gave it a chance.
From what I have played of it, I currently do not understand how anyone could feel this passionately in favor of that game. I
will.
From a mechanical
genuinely agree with you on that.
You feel pretty. So do you feel passionately against it being a decent game, or do you feel passionately against the passion?
I just kind of played it out of the blue because I remember kind of writing it off a long time ago, and I was like, oh, what's up with this, and went back to it and was like, man, what? Why would they come to why would this be the conclusion they come to coming out of these other Mario games? And I guess when you don't call it Super Mario World anywhere in any other territory, then maybe their mandate was not make the next Mario game, which probably cuts them some slack on that stuff. But I just look at it and go like, this is, I just don't think that's a very good platformer. And then to have like this huge outcry of people going like, you're fucking crazy, that game's the best. Like, no, it's not.
It's really unfortunate that when this first bit happened, and then I had to leave for 6 days, not be able to play this game. Because I can't say.
Well, this continues. I think there's
ongoing saga. I will play this game.
Yeah, we can maybe
not settle.
Record you playing it, and then maybe I'll play some of it.
At least have all positions expressed.
Be proper journalists. You want get both sides of the story.
Exactly.
I played like the first level and a half.
We play. You decide
of that GBA version.
Now you're talking.
Remember the 3DS Ambassador release?
Yeah.
Played a little bit of that one when it came out. Like one level. It's like, all right, good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the game. Yeah, it's usually a good way to.
Just wasn't doing it for me.
Usually a good way.
Hey, man, grasp at straws all you want. I know what I like.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
So if you would you appreciate not necessarily the final product of Yoshi's Island, but the hard left turn they took after Super Mario World to say, let's try something different instead of making Super Mario World over and over again, kind of like new Super Mario
Same
Brothers.
man that doesn't like Majora's Mask doesn't like Yoshi's Island.
Like, would you rather than
maybe Nintendo's just bad at taking left turns in their products? I mean,
but like, would you? My question is like, would you? Like, do you appreciate them at least trying something different and being like, yeah, New Super Mario Brothers is cool, let's make 4 more of those?
Yeah, I think if you look at it in that context,
I mean, like, we tried,
okay,
maybe.
Well, they tried, and they
some people are gonna like it, some people aren't.
They didn't nail it. They really.
So, like, good for them for at least being like, this is radically different than something else instead of just going back.
You know what is a great game? Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah,
like
it's real easy.
Yeah,
but that doesn't even necessarily.
It's a great concept.
Like, calling it Super Mario Brothers 2 is disingenuous.
It's
another platformer.
Well, whatever.
I'm just saying that doesn't count as a Mario game.
The point is, doesn't it?
It's a marketing thing. It doesn't count as a Mario game. It's Doki Doki Panic.
Nintendo might disagree with you.
Well, sure.
Considering it's been retconned into the pantheon now.
I know. I'm just like, if we're talking about it like in terms of like
even Yoshi's Island has Mario 2 enemies in it, right?
Yeah.
And it's got Shy Guys and stuff.
Our Mario 2 came out as Super Mario USA over there, didn't it?
Yep.
Retroactively. So it's been out in every territory as a Mario game.
We're talking about like when it was developed. The mandate the developers were given is like you have to put all the ways that the marketing machinations.
Its origins don't matter. The point is they took a left turn with that one and were successful. They just they can't all be winners. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could make the case they took a left turn with Wario when they went from the Wario Land stuff into WarioWare or something like that. They've had
both those games.
I guess even Wario's kind of a left turn from the Mario stuff in its own weird way.
Yeah, I like Nintendo. Like, succeed or fail when they're trying stuff that's different. You know, when they're at least being like
They could be way more exploitative than they are.
well, and sometimes it seems like recently they've been playing it a little safe, right? So like I do like it when they're like, check out this crazy art style in this thing. This is like, you know, this team developed this, and it's yeah, we put Super Mario labels on it, but like it could have been anything. But hey, we're gonna try something different. So like I'll give them that over the kind of like, you know, come on, do like more new Super Mario Brothers. Like,
I mean, another new Super Mario Brothers game. Like nah.
Even if it were like a new Super Mario Brothers with a completely different art style and mechanic, and it was like suddenly totally different. And be like, well, we needed the new Super Mario Brothers name to sell this thing, and you know, otherwise it wouldn't get sold. And that I would appreciate more than just kind of, I don't know, it's the same thing you played. It's got more levels in it,
Right.
so
The Loster levels. Yeah, you're right about that.
But there's
I'll give you
whatever.
that.
There is no sweeping like always make original stuff or always make the thing like the last thing. Like none of this is like, well, that's the solution to fix all of our problems. Right. It is just sometimes games are better than others.
It's almost
regardless
as if
of, you know, where the inspiration is coming from, and sometimes it's a marketing gimmick, and sometimes it's a, you know, soulful fucking love letter, and sometimes one works and the other doesn't.
it's almost as if every game is different and should be judged on its own merits.
I mean, I give a fuck about your intent, like kind of the end of the day, the game and how you experience it, and you know, your experience is going to be informed by if you'd played it originally when it came out, or you know, played it 15 years later with all this other, you know, information at your disposal, you know, and also, you know, your other experiences informing how you feel about games. So.
Man, you know what though?
What?
This probably doesn't fit with your non-toxic ideas though, but last time bathrooms had to be cleaned around my place because I was going to stab somebody. My roommate went out and he bought a bunch of Zepp cleaning products.
What's
There's like
that?
Zepp is a company, they do industrial grade stuff. Like my parents, my parents' tire shop, they got Zepp hand wash and shit, you know, stuff like you're working on cars. Here's this stuff.
Not like
we sell it to you in big things. Yeah, sort of like Gojo.
Okay.
Sort of
You need some Gojo. You need some lava.
I like Gojo.
Gojo's good stuff.
and it was just this thick blue paste and thick blue liquid, and it's just it. The bathroom was a war zone. Not my bathroom. I kept my bathroom in reasonable working order.
That hall bathroom was fucked up.
The hall bathroom was like
It was fucked up.
it was.
It was real fucked up.
Yeah,
That's one of the most fucked up bathrooms I've seen.
totally. Yeah, totally.
Like in a way that I've never seen a bathroom
it's
fucked up.
It's unbelievable.
Like-
it is unbelievable how insane.
So I'm gonna out him. Jeff,
Yeah.
We haven't talked about this before. Jeff's roommate, fake tans, spray tans, professionally.
I don't know how much of that he's doing. Well, whatever.
Well,
he got in that car wreck and all that other stuff. But
This was at the peak of that. Though.
yes, yep.
And so is
When this was at
residue?
its worst. So yeah, you know, the spray tan
Bronzer.
stuff, you know, it gets all over you, and then I guess it also gets all over fucking everything because it was just like the walls of this bathroom,
Every surface.
like everything
was this color.
was bronze.
It wasn't like an outline of him.
No,
like,
no,
that was clean
yeah, I know,
wall?
no. It was everything. Just the bathtub shower combo
So I don't know
was
if he was like touching up in the bathroom or whatever, but just
touching something in the bathroom.
And
like
so it was
the tub, the walls of the stall, the sink, the floor, the wall, everything.
Yeah, there was that. There was like, you know, hair products being used in there that were also coloring the entire place. You know, it was just basically.
And then there's also like, you know, you bring towels into the bathroom, so then you get like, you know, a little bit of the just little particles, little pieces of towel, little fluff, that layer of fluff that'll appear and stick to everything.
All right.
And just, you know, I'm relatively busy, So I didn't pay super close attention to it until it got super bad. And it's like, well, I'm not going to clean it because it's not my problem. I'm going to keep hammering this dude until he cleans it. And he just never did for a good long time. And finally I was like, look, motherfucker. Anyway.
So did that stuff work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow,
like,
really?
Cut through that shit.
Oh, no
it was
kidding.
shit that I just thought was like, this I need to permanently seal this room.
Yeah.
And it actually cut through
Oh, wow.
all that stuff like relatively easily.
Highly toxic.
Mine's
wildly. Jeff
I
can never have
don't know for
children.
sure. I don't know. I assume it must be for
It's
what
gotta
it,
be for as
for
good
what
as
it
it-
did to that
yeah.
bathroom.
For the other chemicals that it was fighting and winning.
right. Look, anything that good has to be bad for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta just
Right.
it curls up the tails on every single sperm, just all the way up. Just
Swimming in circles.
yeah, not even.
Just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of going the other way on that. Which, yeah, right. It kind of makes you worry because you're like, is this stuff even worth it now? But, did some research. People said, okay.
Sure.
I think it becomes a matter of like how much elbow grease are you willing to put in to
Yeah.
cut through this dirt. Well, whatever. I'm sure your bathroom is also not as bad as
No.
But also
fucking hellhole.
every single like professional housekeeper I've ever known has their own set of. They're like everyone swears by like no, I use this,
Yeah.
this, and this, and fucking I use it at every single house, and it works awesome all the time.
Just Tarnex on everything.
And everyone's got their own set. Everyone has their own like 3 or 4 things.
And I don't. And that's what I wanted to buy.
So you're trying to figure out what your 3 or 4 things
I
are.
wanted like the little blue caddy with like the
Yeah.
brushes and
Yeah.
bottles in it, and
Yeah.
be like, this is for the sink, this is for the shower, this is for the floor, this is for like the sliding part of the doors on the shower, that little metal groove that collects the
Yeah.
world's grossest
Yeah.
shit in it. Like, use this to clean that. Oh, here's a tool for that. Great. Because my problem with cleaning that stuff is you wipe it with like a paper towel or a sponge or something. Now it's all just on there.
All right.
And where's that go?
Wash down the sink. Hope
Then-
for the
but, then,
best.
but then your sink gets clogged up because all that crap collects
And
in
then
there.
unclog your sink.
And then you got to use a snake, and then I don't like the process.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So
I can't wait till you buy a house.
yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, because it's
Well, then it is all your fucking problem.
because then that problem extends to everything.
yeah.
I've got 2 holes in my wall that I just haven't fixed. One from a door stopper that wasn't working, and a door opened into it.
Oh.
And I tell you, one I put my foot through the wall.
Just anger.
No,
Oh.
no, it's an
Like
accident.
underneath the desk.
Underneath the desk,
Oh,
like where I was
just-
using
yeah.
it to like push
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from the
yeah.
wall or something like that. And one day it was like the day we got back from PAX. I was exhausted.
Need some spackle.
I was pissed off about something, and I wasn't pushing hard. I was like pushing away and went right through it. Like, yeah, perfect. My foot's in the fucking wall.
But at least the good part about that is if you own the house, you can get to it when you want and
Right.
not have to worry
Yeah.
about some deposit. or-
Though
that kind of piles up. It turns
yeah,
out
exactly.
Turns
Then all
out
of a sudden you've got
the-
like
I'll deal with that later.
you'd never.
You'd never deal with
yeah,
it.
it's fucking nuts.
Since the accountability is gone.
Yeah, because you're just like
And now that there's a hole down where my feet are,
Yeah.
I'm constantly worried that scorpions are going to crawl out of the wall and sting me in the feet.
I wouldn't worry about
Well,
scorpions.
there's your.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't worry about scorpions, but there you go.
we can do 2 things here.
All right.
We can refocus your worry onto something else more reasonable, like rats
Okay.
or spiders,
All right.
which I'm sure underneath your house is just a teeming colony of both.
It's spider rats at this point. The spiders are fucking the rats and
Yeah.
vice versa. And
What
it's
if
just,
it's-
there's a whole.
that little troll thing from Cat's Eye.
Could be that too.
He's gonna come.
He's
steal you.
leading all of the
my
spider
my
rats.
very brief rodent problem has been dealt with for a good long time, and I'm hoping when the rain starts up again, it will not start up again.
Or so okay, then we strike option 1. Option 2 is we introduce scorpions into your house and validate the fear.
Say yeah,
So yeah, you should be scared because there's fucking scorpions under your house now.
Fuck that.
and he
Well-
says, "Get over here, foot."
My feet.
Oh.
No.
These are the only solutions that I know of to these problems. So
Spackle
you guys are the better. Give us a call.
and the some
We start taking calls.
the
Yeah,
the
we'll start
webbing.
straight out.
1550 357 1550 415.
I want a bathroom. I want a bathroom
It's
with
too
with a
complicated.
drain on the floor, and then I just want to close the door, and I want steam and water jets to just melt everything and drain it down on the floor.
Now
There's a bathroom in an apartment in Japan I was in. It
Yeah.
was not too far off from that.
See?
Where
They
once you
know.
walked in, like everything in there was the shower stall, basically.
Oh yeah, and you just shower in the middle of
And the sink was there, and
Yeah.
just everything was all right.
water goes on the floor and out
Yeah.
into the world.
shit, shower, and shave.
Yep, just shit right in that drain. Squat.
Smash it down with your foot.
Who's next on the phone line?
Hey, what's up? Just Tobias calling for the Scorpions.
All right, Tobias, you want to hear the Scorpions?
Yeah, Scorpions. Rock me like a hurricane, baby. Do it for all the guys down here at Ted's Auto.
All right, Tobias, Ted's Auto, thanks for giving us a call. Who's the station you love? Classic rock gets you the most every day.
KC.
Brought to you by Zap.
Zep,
Zep.
please.
Like Zeppo.
I'm going to get the lead out.
Z
Brought to you by Zep. Think about it.
PP.
No, just one P.
And 1P.
See, I would have thought 2 Ps.
Yeah, I would have thought 2P.
I'm glad we clarified. We're just getting all sorts of good brand recommendations. Not at all video game related brand recommendations.
I really like things that clean. Like, I like the restoration process.
Yeah, I do too. I just hate doing it.
Yeah.
Like if I could,
I like the fact that you can do it.
Uh-huh.
And I usually get as far as like, oh yeah, I think I could do this.
And then don't.
And then I
yeah,
stop.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, oh, I got far enough to prove myself
I
this
think
could be done.
My favorite thing is not just cleaning supplies, but like non-traditional uses, like using other things as cleaning supplies. Like, well, traditionally, the main use for this product is not to clean whatever it is that you're going to clean, but if you use it this way, you can totally do that.
like
I love
using
that.
Lemon juice to clean a wall or
Lemon
something.
juice and toothbrush.
Yeah.
Meth clean your whole bathroom.
I like to use, do you ever like toothpaste up a scratch CD?
I've tried, but I haven't had the best of luck with that.
That's because you use toothpaste with grit in it.
Maybe. That's possible.
That's not good for it. That's the exact opposite of what you want to do.
I don't know if that's why, but yeah. I've used toothpaste to spackle before I moved out.
Did you really? Did you really?
It's white.
Did you really?
Looks fine, yeah.
Did you really?
Let's cover up those pinholes.
Would that actually like for a
walkthrough?
For a little quick fix?
Sure, why not? It smells great.
I'm asking if you really did that. I'm not sure. I'm not getting the read on you.
I may have.
I mean, I'm not trying to bust you. I know I'm going to pull off my face and reveal to be your old landlord. I fucking do it, Caravella.
Oh, shit. I owe you $17.50.
You're never getting that cleaning deposit back.
First and last. Fuck.
God damn it.
I hate deposits.
State of New York.
Carry deposits.
I'm glad I bought a house immediately after the last place that I was renting because the karma that was accumulated in the move out process of that place was such that
you kind of earned your bathroom.
I guess so. Yeah,
you're saying
totally.
A roll of toothpaste wasn't going to help you there.
No.
The compound was left.
I'm sure I must have told
poorly.
I must have told that
didn't you
story
say it was
on this
torn
podcast.
Down? Wasn't that house going to get
that
torn
was
down?
supposed to get torn down, but there are people living there.
Behind the goddamn, what is it, the Lowe's?
Yeah, it's a Lowe's.
But it was a lot when you were living there? It was it
was an empty lot that they were eventually going to build a Lowe's on, and the theory was that they were going to tear down these houses back here.
Right.
But they did both.
Well, that's because there was also, that was supposed to be the start of, a bigger housing development that kind of never took off, so there's, 4 rows of houses
Have you been
up there.
I've driven up the dirt road to the place a couple of times. Just acted like, this is not the place we're supposed to go. You couldn't really tell from the outside what had been done, but I did see that they had a dog, and I felt really bad because of this just broken glass emanating from that place, just 50 yards in any direction of just busted beer bottles and windows and
just hidden in the dirt.
Yeah, just all the golf balls that got stolen and driven into the fields and stuff. It was great living in the middle of nowhere because it just got full on Fight Club at night.
Yeah,
and that was pretty great. But when we were moving out, so there were college girls that lived there before, and they all left their stuff there. 4 college girls. As I was moving in, they were, slowly starting to graduate.
Or
left it.
Like couches,
busted TVs. The garage was just full of papers and, like college papers and stuff and all this sort of stuff. So, when it came time to actually move out and try to get the deposit back, we just stuffed everything in the crawl space under the house and then glued the crawl space shut.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Glued it?
Nailed, glued, no one was getting in there unless they really wanted to see what was under the house.
Do you think the guy just wouldn't go through the effort? He knew the crawl space.
I don't think anyone would think. Well, it was a property management company, so it wasn't like a guy.
Okay.
That makes a larger company where they would just go and do the walkthrough and be
this must have always been sealed.
Yeah.
We got our full deposit back.
Nice.
That's fraudulent. That's straight up fraud.
Well, it's how much
there was a hole in the wall that was left. It was it was less than a foot off the ground, but the hole was created by someone's head because they passed out in just the right angle to just teeter over and boom, head first into the wall.
And then weren't there like a lot of mismatched doors?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Were there doors from...
Certainly didn't break into any of the abandoned houses in the area and take doors out of there to replace the doors we busted. Were you there when we busted Jack's door?
Yeah.
Jack locked himself out of his room, and we decided the only way to get in was to, like, someone hold the doorknob really tightly, and then, like, 6 dudes line up behind him, and everyone push it once. It was the dumbest fucking shit.
Did it break the molding?
Oh, yeah, the door. Like,
the whole thing
the door
up.
just, we punched the lock through it, and, yeah.
That door was fucked. And you can't just take another door.
No, you cannot. We learned that the hard way.
You mean they're different sizes?
Yeah. Well, they all hang specifically. They're cut for that space.
Well, sometimes they're standard doors.
Someone was peeking in.
Yeah. He's like, my fucking door.
Guys trying to get in
I
here.
know you guys.
Yeah, we're talking about busting these doors here.
Yeah.
So I think in order to have gotten everything into the crawl space, that's a fair amount of work, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But less than actually properly disposing of it.
Yeah.
Well, if that
Probably.
crawl space were a dumpster, it would have been okay.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Even like a couch, couches were getting left in the houses across the dirt road and the abandoned houses on the other side and stuff.
It's classy, generally speaking.
sounds like a good area.
Anyway, yeah, thinking back on that, I say that your awful spray tan bathroom.
So
This is what I get for that.
So
I
that
guess.
bathroom
yeah.
wound up coming together. It's into a way that you're like, this is a nice looking bathroom.
Yeah, once it was done, it looked fan-fucking-tastic
Wow.
for about a week, and I'm sure it's just now back on its descent to madness.
That's great.
It was acceptable.
I like that.
It didn't look like, oh man, I'm never going to be able to get insurance on this house again because it's molded. It didn't look like that anymore.
You think there was mold in there?
No, it was just, you couldn't tell. It was just like, these walls are so bad, who knows what it is. I don't want to stand in here and breathe, that's for sure.
You want to talk about video games?
Yes.
You want to talk about Iron Brigade for the PC?
Sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Iron Brigade's coming to the PC. It got announced.
Is it right? Not
I quit. Dance
Right.
As long as I can still club dance.
As long as I can still pizza. Sorry, you're not allowed to order pizza from within our game anymore.
Might as well just ban
Pizza
it.
doesn't work, doesn't it?
No, they don't have pizza. It's not
Slash
EverQuest.
pizza and your
EverQuest
address.
2 exclusive.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I'm gonna sign up for that, man. It's free now, so that's free access to pizza.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, imagine
Free to pizza?
free to pizza.
That's what
New
F2P
business
stands
model.
for, right?
Pepperoni is premium content, though, so
Yeah, toppings. You only
all
cheese
the
pizzas.
toppings are, yeah.
I'll take a free cheese pizza.
Fucking A, you would? Man,
Free
that should be
pizza.
the promotion. Like, sign up for an EverQuest 2 account and get a free cheese pizza.
From whom, though?
It's a Pizza Hut deal, I think, was what
Yeah.
Slash Pizza brings you to, if I remember correctly. There's no
no
Pizza
Pizza
Hut. There's nothing. They closed the Domino's.
They closed the Domino's.
They closed the Pizza Hut.
What?
They closed the
How do
combination.
you
is not
close
a
the
fucking
Domino's?
Petaluma is not a fucking pizza-free zone apparently anymore.
What do they have?
That was
It's got
yeah.
to be something.
No pizza pizzone.
There's a round table.
There's a round
Oh,
table.
yeah.
There's an extreme pizza.
Man,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
grim.
There's some there's a good local place.
There's there's Old Chicago.
Yeah.
But how late are they
But
open?
Old Chicago does
Not late
deep,
enough.
deep dish.
Yeah, they do this
which
deep
is
dish murder pizza.
Deep dish is a whole different experience.
Yeah, it's like
double crust.
I need to fucking tuck in. That's
Yeah.
that's a
It's
Yeah.
a double crust.
Sit
take
down
a
with
run at
fork
it.
for
It's
that.
like
You actually want to just eat it in your bed,
crust
so you
in the
can
middle of the
sleep
toppings.
right after.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I'm not going to talk mess about a deep dish pizza because
please
it's
don't.
great, but it is not the sense. It's not just grab a slice and then get
No.
on with your day.
It's like bring a fucking knife, and that knife
Right.
better be sharp to get that slice, and then it's less a slice
It's like a
and
pizza
more
cake.
like
It's like a.
it's like okay,
It's a lasagna.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what a Domino's pizza looks like,
Sure.
like in terms of thickness, right?
Domino's
Right,
got a deep dish now.
Yeah,
Or-
but I mean,
That's a
regular-
bunch of
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
bunch of
so-
shit.
their regular thickness, you know,
Yeah.
kind of what that looks like. This is probably 7 pieces of that stacked on.
It's the double crust.
Well, it's
Yeah.
actually got like a lip on it. It actually it's like a good 4 inches tall, and then
you dive into that.
Do you take fall damage for diving into
swimming
You can take fall damage on this pizza.
Bodily jumping, so it's like a pizza bin.
A swimming
have a
pool
giant
full
bin
of deep
full of
dish
pizza.
pizza.
I
Eat my
mean,
way out.
it's just like it's not toppings; it's fillings.
Yeah.
like that's the difference.
Right.
Lasagna is how deep dish pizza should be described.
Which is
murderous.
delicious, but yeah,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
How much does it weigh? Is
Clear
it
your
like
schedule.
500 pounds
Like
of
each
pizza?
piece is like probably like a pound and a half or something, right? Like
no.
I don't know. It's more
It's
10 pound pizza.
but I'll say it's like an 8-pound pizza or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably,
Do you have to pay extra for delivery, like transportation, fuel, and
yeah.
No, they include. I mean, that's the other thing is it's not
It's
cheap.
not, yeah, it is not a
Delivery guys slipped a disc delivering this thing. They're getting the health care costs through the roof.
Hazard
it is
pay
not
for
some
that
fucking
guy.
$12 Domino's pizza. But
no.
sometimes I want some fucking shitty pizza. I don't like Mary's Pizza Shack. That place sucks ass.
I think
Their pizzas are bad.
their pizzas.
They make those pizza hot dog things that are all right on the kids menu.
I think their pizzas have to be had there. I've never had good
Yeah.
delivery stuff with them. And and then there's Mountain Mike's.
Mountain Mike's all right.
No
It's
Papa
pricey.
John's up there.
No, there's no Papa John's up
You
there.
cannot be
I
discriminated
cannot
against.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is just that there isn't the cheap, easy,
there's the
lazy
Little
pizza.
Caesars, but you have to go get that.
see the good thing about
Little Caesar's
also
pizza
it's
is
Little
not
Caesars.
good.
It's not good, but it's
dude.
$5.
The breadsticks are all right.
They still do the Bigfoot or whatever.
No.
What is the current? What is the
They
going
just do
promotion?
Pizza.
They just do
So
regular
that's still
pizzas.
tight?
there.
Their whole thing right now is because there's no delivery or whatever. Like they have set hours, and they're like, if you walk in here, we will have these types of pizzas ready to go.
that sounds great.
You fucking walk in and be
That
like, I
sounds
need
great.
3 fucking pepperoni pizzas, and they fucking go, hey, here you go, and you walk out.
They've only been sitting here for an hour and a half.
Well,
These were our
ideally-
EverQuest pizzas,
Well,
and
that's
no one
the
came to
thing
get them.
is that they have such turnover. And
Do
they're,
they?
and
Yeah,
they're
you're
working
not-
such
you're not
volume.
getting.
I bet I haven't been to a Little Caesars in 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
It's
ever
much different.
been.
Really?
It's much different because it used to be you'd get like the big board. I
mean, it used to
that
be
had like
pizza,
two pizzas
pizza.
on it, and it had like the paper.
Yeah.
Sl-
Oh, they don't do
slipcover.
that anymore?
No, it's like box pizza. It's like
Is
pizza.
it round?
Yes,
Yeah.
What?
it's regular pizza, except that it's horrible.
And they don't
'cause
sell
it's
multiple
cheap.
sizes of pizza because it's just like you want a pepperoni pizza, it's $5. You want sausage pizza, it's $5.
No
you
more
want
big-
you want one that's got
Bigfoot?
all the meats on it, it's $8, and you'll have to stand here for 13 minutes, which is way worse than the increased price.
If you can't
Just
get a
give me 2
gigantic
$5
if you
pizzas.
can't,
Yeah.
if you can't get a gigantic rectangular pizza, why does Little Caesars still
They do
exist?
do a deep dish now that is not round.
But the important,
But again, that would be one you would have to wait for.
the important points are $5,
Okay.
and you walk in and then you walk
Okay.
out.
All right. Fair.
There is no hanging out.
This place,
So you don't think about it. Like
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
the pizza
exactly.
and you're like, well,
I already made this bad decision,
Darn,
and
shit.
it's happening.
better go play Star Wars.
I could probably hit the McDonald's on the way home.
they have a drink machine in there that just takes dollar bills. Like you don't. They don't have a fountain drinks. It's just like you want a fucking 20-ounce soda. There's a fucking machine right there. You want 2 liters? They got a case or whatever, and they'll ring you up for those.
But they don't have a pizza machine where you just put $5 in.
no,
you get a pizza.
that's the next step. Like they should really just
a pizza machine.
the people who work there are the pizza machines.
I feel there's a guy who has to stand out on the street with his $5 pizza sign every day.
Is he wearing a toga?
And I feel
No.
no.
It's not that committed.
everybody-
Yeah, like the sign culture of we can't afford to actually put a real ad out here on this street, but we can't afford to pay a man to stand here and hold this fucking sign.
But he has to shake it
It
because
is just
that's the law.
Like you want to like. You look at these
But
things and just think like
apathetically.
America is doomed. This is like where it's getting to like this is a guy's job
Well, so
to fucking
it's-
stand here and hold the sign. He gets to wear an iPod and he's kind of dancing around holding the sign, but fuck.
it's really tragic to me because he's usually maybe 20 yards away from the homeless dude who's sitting next to like the entrance to the mall with his little cardboard sign.
So you're not sure which one is homeless.
And it's just
Yeah.
I'm just like the guy with the job is in the exact same position as the guy who doesn't have a home. Like that's the level that his work has gotten to.
But I'm not sure. And I'm not
and
sure.
that guy
what-
and no one brings that guy dollars. That guy
No.
doesn't. That guy never
Yeah,
gets like
yeah.
pity fries or anything. He just has to stand out there.
But he gets
and,
paid
and shake
something.
this
Yeah.
$5
He has a home.
fucking
He
pizza
does, yeah.
sign.
He ostensibly has a home. Yeah, we,
Have you-
we
have
But
don't
I'm
know.
saying,
We
like,
don't know.
But that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have you been to the Kmart's that have the Little Caesars where they sell them almost like the tabloid things? Like the Little Caesars is connected to the Kmart, and then they put in pizzas in the checkout line, hoping you'll just pick up a $5 pizza, and they'll scan it on your way out.
That is, oh my god!
Like it's right next to like the people
Like
and us
impulse
weekly.
buy
Yes.
pizzas, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'll take that
There was
pizza.
one in LA near my
that's-
place.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
that's haunting.
On my way out, I use a pizza.
Pizza. I'll just eat this.
Impulse pizza.
Yeah. Sounds like a Star Wars
Kmart
thing.
Impulse Pizza.
Every time I
Impulse
order
pizza.
pizza, it is Impulse Pizza, though.
Yeah.
It just takes half an hour.
That's
or
why
something.
Domino's is so fantastic, because every step of the way your soul is darker, because you could do it online. You
can watch who's making it.
No human contact, just deliver
And
it
then
to
one
me.
day you log into the website and suddenly it's only available for pickup because it's
what?
the one in the
That's
next town.
where you ruin
like,
it.
here's your local Domino's, the one 8 miles away, and I'm
ruined
like,
it, Domino's?
what happened?
What?
What happened?
Why did...
the guy.
Actually, I got a text message from someone who was in Tahoe that just said, I've got reason to believe that the local Domino's has closed. And I was like, that can't fucking be. Like, went to the website and it was still listed there, but the delivery option was gone. I didn't call. That would have been the easy thing, but also the desperate looking. I didn't want someone to pick up the phone.
Then you would be
and me have to
interacting
ask,
with a
like,
human.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to pick up the phone and have someone and have to say, like, do you still exist? While a guy's saying, like, no, I'm taking the ovens out.
So the delivery that Domino's is closed.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's no Domino's service in that area?
no Domino's service
What do you guys?
in that
What do you guys?
That's what we're talking about
no,
here,
no,
man.
I'm
I
saying.
guess that new recipe didn't work out so well.
I'm saying you
I
guys
guess not.
should talk after this podcast, because it sounds like there is a need in Petaluma for a
Saying-
franchise
saying
of Domino's.
Power vacuum.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that the Pizza Hut closed first and now the Domino's
What's going-
has.
is somebody like rolling in like Big Daddy Pizza?
Well, so
coming-
the Little Caesars opened up right where the Pizza Hut was. Like, not the same buildings, like a
Some muscle-
Skewers restaurant
there's
there
a
or
story
something like
there
that, but,
somewhere.
But I have to imagine that it is some sort of, like, that locally people are into their fucking fancy bullshit pizza.
Driving
And
out.
can't eat a fucking man's pizza.
I want to open a Domino's franchise up in Petaluma now.
Fucking A, you do.
I'm just gonna be the only
I
one.
will totally order from that once every couple of weeks to month.
I could support that.
One to two. I will guarantee you 1 to 2 orders a month if you open
A Domino's franchise.
Domino's franchise.
That's a business model.
Yeah.
I got one
I got a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy. He says, "Just do it." Is it zoned?
I don't know.
How's your neighbor? Just open it there. You're zoned for commercial.
If you're running a bootleg Domino's
Yeah.
operation out of my neighbor Tom's house. I think that's his name.
It's this new residential Domino's.
It's this new pizza place, Dominions. Come on over. Get some pizza.
That's right. It's like Domino's with 2 O's at the end.
The 10 gen
secret of the
version of Domino's.
You guys change your branding on the bottom. Just eat
It's
it.
written on the box in Sharpie, but it tastes okay.
You should have let me know. I probably had some pizza boxes sitting around the house I could have saved, so I could reuse them.
Domino's, like, just kind of order. I'll order some pizza and I'll mark it up like $1, and
Just
I'll
get
just
like,
deliver
go
it.
get some like tombstones.
This says Little Caesars on
There
it.
are some decent frozen pizzas out there now.
Yeah, there are.
They're not
There's a Taken Bake
terrible.
place in town that I don't like. But it does exist.
It does exist.
It still exists, which has a leg up on
It's on Domino's, yeah. Yeah. I'm okay with Papa Murphy's, but usually when pizza strikes, it's after Papa Murphy's is closed.
How are there
Yeah.
2 major pizza franchises that both start with Papa? How'd they get away with that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Is Papa Murphy's a major thing? I don't think.
I don't
it
know.
can't be.
I've seen TV commercials for it. I've
No,
never had
there's
it.
a lot of them. I don't know that
But-
it's nationwide, though.
Big enough to have commercials.
No, I didn't know that.
It may be a regional thing, maybe that Papa Murphy started on the West Coast. Because I know Papa John's was an East Coast.
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
I
That's
hadn't
true.
heard of that
Yeah,
for most of my life.
And I've it wasn't until we went to E3 and there was that Papa John's up the street. That was the first time I'd ever had.
Also,
I've never
what's a
had
guy?
Papa
What's a guy
Murphy's.
named Murphy doing making pizza?
I know, right?
What
I don't
the
know.
hell?
I don't know.
All right.
What are you saying? He should be drunk, passed out in an alley? Is that what you're fucking saying?
exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, here's a potato pizza. Is that what you want? Like, fucking racist.
Go back to Star Wars.
No delivery today. We had to chase the snakes out first.
You've been working on those lines all break.
You should hear.
The chunk
My
he's got
private
on
podcast.
Papa Murphy's is really good. So yeah, please open good pizza in Petaluma. Or please open bad pizza again in Petaluma.
bring bad pizza back to Petaluma.
Ray's original
That's
Domino's.
a political platform.
Yeah.
Ray's famous Domino's. That's what I'm going to open.
That would be my platform. It'd be like, get that fucking bike lane off of Petaluma Boulevard North, and fucking bring some shit pizza back. And yeah, we're opening the Target where the junior high used to be. Fuck you guys.
I guess talking this out though, Jeff. The problem is that there is a lot of pizza in Petaluma.
It's not the pizza I want.
If it's quite the right pizza,
It is. It
like
is.
bad cheap pizza. Little Caesars covers that in spades.
But I have to go there, so
know.
it covers none of it.
I know.
Though I went there.
But you just go in and leave. You can go to the Little Caesars in sweatpants.
No, I can't. No, I cannot.
It's possible. I'm saying.
No one would say anything. In fact, they would be like, friend. Welcome.
You're going to be a regular, aren't you?
Here's some coupons.
Here's an employee contract.
Here's the sign. Just get the fuck out there.
Got to keep it moving. It's
BYO
local ordinance.
Look out for Murphy.
Yeah.
Got
We're controlled by throwing potatoes at you. Empty 40 bottles. Yeah, it's Mickey's, okay?
Jeff, you put anything else over your break?
How's
How's Trackmania?
It's pretty good.
Time capsule. Vinny Caravella,
Yes.
how was your break?
I totally had Domino's. Fuck! I had it delivered, and
You're living in the right suburbs, apparently.
it's got me with the like, hey, you want to add this bread on top of your pizza? Yeah, I want to add the bread on my pizza. And
In fact, they're putting up a new Domino's. It's too much. It's too much.
that's right. It's a
This
double,
one's over flushed with business. They need
double-story
overflow
Domino's.
Domino's.
Apparently, these good dudes from Petaluma just opened a Domino's on top of the Domino's.
Domino's walking
They just-
distance
they
from
just-
my house.
Two-story
They
Domino's.
just packed. Yeah, they packed it in from Petaluma, brought it over to Walnut Creek.
All right, I wasn't sure if I was going to... So, I got a handwritten note on my doorstep. This is the end of the pizza story, I guess.
Okay.
We miss you.
I got
I'm sorry.
There was an
from the
envelope on
Domino's
my
guy.
doorstep, and I figured it was going to be like something weird from one of my neighbors saying like, "Hey, buy something," or "What are all these broken cars?" And it was coupons and a handwritten note, Extreme Pizza coupons.
Uh-huh.
A handwritten note that said, like, "Dear friend," it was a person who had delivered for Domino's, and so like, "Thank you for the gratuities over the years. Domino's closed on this date. I have taken my skills to Extreme Pizza."
Delivery guy remembered you.
Yeah.
Wanted to keep the business going.
Oh my god.
That's fantastic. He's gonna-
I tip pizza drivers fairly well.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
Any kind of like food delivery thing. So I don't know if that just left an impression or what it was, but it was like this thing of just like
weird
I've
personal
gone to-
relationship
It was
with.
like, oh no, and like it was like I
'Cause you could
I
think
started
you-
kind of laughing out loud, and it was like this weird kind of like smiley, heartwarming moment. But then I was like, this says a lot of really bad shit about me as a person.
Because you could say to yourself, like, oh, well, I tip really well, but also it's like, I have to have
Like, how many of
ordered
these could this
a
guy
number
have
of
possibly
times.
written?
1 to 2 a month, probably. There are probably some like busier times and more desperate times that the number went
there's-
over that, but that's probably
were
about
peak
the number
hours.
of pizza orders that I was putting in a month. So
Or there were times when there's multiple a week. When you were having to throw away pizza in your fridge to make room for new pizza.
that did
just-
happen a couple of times.
showed
yeah.
up.
But that was, it was
No, it's crunch,
it was
man.
busy times. A lot of games coming out.
It
Not a lot
happens.
of time to go get food.
It happens. Time to motivate like that.
All right, that is the okay.
That's good.
So that was the. I was like, should I
Pretty amazing coda, though.
Yeah, that just sounds. That makes me sound like a fucking crazy person. Whatever.
So what sort of pizza did you get?
I got a deep dish and a super thin crust. Hopefully, those balance each other out.
I like the super thin.
It's cool. It makes me feel less guilty.
And then they get
I love
free
it.
travel points. It's a great idea.
Fuck coins. Fuck them.
I don't like
Paper
coins
money.
either.
Fuck them. Get rid of them. I got in a crazy argument with someone not a couple weeks ago about pennies. About fuck pennies. He's all, no, you
fuck
need pennies.
penny.
I'm like, no.
What do you need pennies for?
The fuck do you need pennies for?
If we don't have pennies, then you're just giving all those merchants a free pass to
No,
extra money.
It's just the makes the smallest denomination slightly bigger, but not in a way that is significant in any way.
But then at that point, you're like, let's get rid of nickels too.
okay, keep talking.
If you keep getting rid of the one, don't you just make the next thing the one?
No, it's not like they don't always. There's not or it's not in regular circulation, I don't believe, but like a 1 peso coin, like that's not worth anything. Like their actual functional money doesn't go that small, and there's no reason for it to.
You're saying the inflation has killed the penny?
Yeah. And also pennies cost more than they're worth to make. So that's like the number one thing of fuck pennies.
So shouldn't you invest in pennies?
Pennies are no, because pennies are like no. You should do is get pennies and then salvage them.
Right, melt them down, make a
although,
giant penny.
even that's hard because it's coated and all this shit.
Giant
but
copper ball.
It's like 1.3 cents to make a penny.
So it's worth more. Your penny is worth more than...
It's worth more than its face value, but you can't get more than a penny's worth out of a penny because it's a penny.
Not right now.
Fuck pennies.
After the apocalypse, pennies will be worth $1.
They're like cockroaches. Pennies will still be around.
Yes, a penny is worth a cockroach right now.
Is there copper in a penny still?
There's a little coating of copper in there.
Mostly zinc or something?
Yeah, it's mostly
okay.
zinc.
Rip the copper out of a fridge before I melt down my pennies.
I mean, the form of the currency doesn't really have any bearing.
Whenever people talk about getting rid of pennies, I just think that they should go live in some militia bunker somewhere. For some reason, that's all connected in my mind.
I don't even see why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, we're going to get rid of the penny, and then we got all this canned food to survive for the next 40 years. Like,
just want a pouch of gold and weigh it when I go buy something.
No one would miss the penny.
I'd miss pennies.
No, you would.
Nah, I probably wouldn't.
I would miss sometimes giving people 4 cents more than they deserve. Fuck them. Why do they get it? I should get it. If it was 50, if there was a coin flip in every transaction that said who got the nickel, like where the rounding went, whether I came out on top or they did, then maybe. But
it's a game every time.
If they win every time, fuck them.
What are you gonna do with those 4 cents?
What are you
currently doing with those 4 cents?
I put them in my the Roy Rogers charity thing that I stole from a movie theater.
Yeah.
And then from there, when that fills up, I dump it into this thing that a bunch of peanut butter pretzels were in that I bought at the Costco. And when that gets so full that I don't feel like carrying it around, I take it to the Coinstar and turn it into Amazon stuff.
See, that's you know what? Coinstar is the perfect reason of why fuck pennies is we need to put Coinstar out of goddamn business.
But if you get Amazon credit, they don't take a fee.
Right. So you could just, if you didn't have pennies, you could just buy shit on Amazon.
Well, no, because his argument is that they would take that 4 cents, and instead he takes the 4 cents
then I'll
and
end up with
turns
a
it
bunch
into
of nickels,
Amazon.
and then I'll still do it. So at some point, every time I do that, the pennies only total up to like $2 or $3.
Yeah.
But fuck them. That'd be $2 or $3 I would give to every merchant ever. Fuck merchants. That money is mine. I want my money.
But I am proposing that for most people, that the time spent trying to get the value out of the penny is worth more than the penny is.
But I'm already getting value out of all the other coins. Like, if it was literally just like, here's where I keep my pennies, then yeah, I'd be a crazy person. They do television shows about me.
Yeah.
But because I'm already doing all that other change.
How much faster your transactions would go if pennies didn't have to be involved. Of the like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not that much faster.
Yeah, like over time, nationwide, all transactions, no pennies, everything would move faster.
Why even paying with cash? Like, who even does that
I agree.
anymore?
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah.
That's the larger question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
keep going. Yes,
let's just take it to its logical conclusion.
I'm with you. Let's
get
keep
rid
going
of
down
all,
that.
Get rid of all cash.
We just have to start with the penny. And
we can't get rid of all cash though until someone comes up with a purely bitcoins. There you go. If you want bitcoins to take over as the anonymous currency of record, then fine.
I'm in.
But cash works pretty well for when you're buying things you don't want no one to know about.
I find it interesting.
This thing hooks up to your cable box. I don't know what it does. What does it do? Who fucking knows? I don't know. Here's $200 in cash. You give me this box and I'll figure out what it does. You take this $200 and do whatever. Oh, whoops. Playboy Channel comes in. That's got to be a mistake. I guess I'll just leave it hooked up though, but I just won't watch it very much.
I think it's interesting how strongly people react to the idea of no pennies. Like, it's this weird, just.
Why do you want to take pennies?
No.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take? No. I want my pennies. I'm like, why? Because pennies. Because I want pennies.
If you could get rid of pennies in such a way that I still got my fucking money, then fine. Like, I'm not attached to the penny. I'm attached to quarters.
But here's the thing: if it happens through the entire economy, it's in everyone's interest for it to be a balanced system, and if costs go up that much for everything, then everyone's fucked. Like, you're assuming that only the consumer is the person using this currency, but everyone would have to use it.
But then you can never make something $4.99 again, so retailers would never want to get, because then everything would have to be $5 or $4.95. Yeah. And it's like, well, $4.99.
They could still call it $4.99.
Just know that you're going to be paying. I think the mental in here and the old cranium
$4.95 works for me.
Yeah, $4.95. 1995. You see that plenty.
Yeah.
What if you got a government money card? This is already a bad idea. And anytime there were pennies, they got put onto that card.
Then what do you do?
Because the money still exists in a intellectual sense.
I mean, that's the.
And if you're paying with a credit card, then whatever. It's just as before.
It's all fantasy anyway.
Gold standard.
It's all made up. It only works if you believe in it real hard anyway.
Right. This conversation is brought to you by Ron Paul.
That's right.
2012.
I'm gonna go cash in my pennies for gold and see where that gets me.
Yeah, there you go.
I want
pennies for gold.
Penniesforgold.com. You go there. It's just
send us your pennies.
I had no idea my pennies were worth so much money.
Turns out 100 pennies is worth $1.
Someone look up that site.
In gold. Dollar in gold, it turns out, is not very much. Unfortunately. Jeff, you play anything for realsies then? Without
I don't want to talk about it. I'm pissed off.
I feel like you're ready to start a fight.
Got your blood up about pennies. Pennies are dumb.
It's like next
Pennies are dumb,
Yeah.
but they're all we got, man.
See, but
I want solutions.
The only argument that I hear against them is just GERD. No, I want pennies.
No, I think I come from a very realistic perspective on this. Is that I want my fucking money.
Yeah.
If that money's mine, I'm not going to just let them take it. That's 4 cents transaction. Potentially, I'd be losing. Theoretically, up to 4. As many as 4 cents.
But you're still thinking in a world where pennies exist. If all transactions no longer have pennies in them,
then they just round it. And
then it's just rounding. And everything is rounded. For everyone.
That's a slippery slope that then all of a sudden everything is 10 cents, rounded to tens, then it's rounded to quarters.
Yeah.
Then it's rounded to dollars. Then it's like, is the dollar worth anything? No. Then all of a sudden, that leads to $1 trillion bill being out in circulation, and no one wants that.
I mean, what do you do what do you do when there are taxation and interest rates?
That's the thing is the premise that the currency itself would lead to inflation is the thing that I can't buy. That's the part where it loses for me. Is because we barely deal with like bills or coins anyway.
I think even the concept of numbers, you can't just eliminate 1 through 4 in every single transaction that happens around the world.
Well, I mean,
as soon as you've got an interest or a tax rate, is a fraction of a percent.
When you pay for gas, they are charging you fractions of cents and rounding anyway. That's happening. And so, yes, that stuff could go on forever.
That's why I siphon all my gas out of my neighbor's gas tank.
So you just lop it off at the point where it's no longer relevant. Brad, how's your bunker? How's your bug out bag?
I got my MREs and my crank powered radio, so
you've got your
Confederate
money.
I'm getting there.
It's the only stuff that's going to be any good.
Bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
Got a jar of bottle caps in the closet.
Bullets.
So I played some Trackmania and watching people who had no concept of what the internet was or how it actually worked.
Or even kind of mocking the fact that they don't know what they're talking
look,
about.
I'm just a simple man here. I don't understand your internet, but I know stealing's wrong. Like, okay.
Remember Napster?
Yeah.
Napster
like, it was
bad.
just people with no interest in getting informed and whatever. They're of an age that, they might not be capable of getting informed at this point.
But yeah, it could be frustrating to see that of like the fate of the future of this technology being in the hands of people.
Look at these dumb fucking old white men that don't understand how the world works anymore, but yet are still clinging onto it like it's theirs. If they were out of the picture.
Like pennies.
What am I saying?
Clinging onto it
what?
like pennies.
No, pennies are fun. God damn it.
It's just crazy old white man don't understand anymore.
I love my pennies.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Been a great crowd.
Jeff, does Giant Bomb support SOPA or PIPA?
PIPA?
PIPA sounds, I don't know. We don't understand PIPO. He understood.
We're typically up with people around here.
Yeah.
Right?
What about FIFO?
We do not support FIFA.
No, FIFO, first in, first out.
We're more of a first in, last out.
Yeah, that makes
kind
more
of
sense.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the engine and the caboose.
Word. Yeah, no, we don't.
We're not.
We're not political by nature, but that's. I think we can all agree that shit is stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only downside. Well, one of the downsides of taking your site dark for this period is unless you have something to inform people when they go to your site of why you're down, which I hope they'll have.
I think the plan is not just a black page. It's like